Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Quarantine Questions. So in light of Mental Health Awareness Week, I really wanted to talk about the way that we speak to ourselves, because you are the most important person that you speak to on a daily basis. And studies show that on average, we have about 12,000 to 60,000 thoughts per day, and about 80% of them are negative. So what that means is that we all fall into these irrational ways of thinking from time to time. And in psychology, we actually call these cognitive distortions. These are ways that our mind convinces us of something that really isn't true. And so today I want to share 5 common thinking traps by Aaron Beck and David Burns, because the better we are at understanding these thinking patterns, the easier it is to recognize it in ourselves. So number 1, mind reading. Okay, this occurs when you think that you know what somebody else is thinking. I've definitely fallen into this trap. Okay, for example, maybe somebody walks by you and they don't say hi. You might think, oh, they don't like me. Okay, this causes us to shut down communication because we already believe that we know what someone else is thinking. Number 2, overgeneralization. This is when we overextend a negative thought. So for example, I can't believe I made that mistake. Now I'm a bad student and maybe I should just quit while I'm ahead. Okay, this leads to feelings of guilt and disappointment. Number 3, all or nothing. Okay, this is when we see in black or white. This type of person believes that they have to be perfect. And if they aren't perfect, that must mean that they're a failure. For example, I made a mistake, therefore I'm a bad person or a bad athlete or a bad coworker. Okay, this leads to extreme highs and lows. Number 4, catastrophizing. This is when we ruminate about the worst case scenarios. For example, what if I fail and I never make it to the big leagues? Okay, this type of thinking causes us to play it safe and discourages us from taking any action. And number 5, mental filter. Okay, this is when we filter out all of the good stuff and only focus on the bad things. So for example, maybe an athlete had a really great game, but the only thing they are focusing on is that error that they made in the 5th. Okay, this leads us to feeling defeated and withdrawing. Now, we all fall into these thinking traps from time to time, but what you can do is begin to notice them in yourself and in others. Because the more aware you are of your negative thinking patterns, the more power you have to change them.